Mootreddy, and this is my presentation for the circulation internship at Dow Jones this summer. The big question that we'll be looking at today is how to increase Wall Street Journal subscriptions. Without any further ado, let's begin. So before we move forward in tackling the big question, I felt that it was very important to gain some interest and some idea in who are the people who read the Wall Street Journal and why do subscribers read the paper just in general. So I've listed a few examples of why subscribers read the paper. It's because they want to stay updated and informed with things that are going on in current events. So examples are what's going on politically, economically, environmentally, socially, domestically, culturally, and internationally. And all these topics can actually be covered and found in the Wall Street Journal. Next, it's also important to gain some familiarity with who are the current subscribers to the Wall Street Journal. And so I listed a few people who come to mind when you think of the Wall Street Journal subscribers. However, this is not an exact number of who actually subscribe to the Wall Street Journal, nor is an exact demographic. But at a glance, usually it's the business, financial, economic, political, affiliated, aware, and interested that read the paper, and also the educated. Next, it's important to also identify why subscribers read the paper in the first place by identifying their interests and what brings them to read the specific paper that they do. And so, again, I listed a few examples of why subscribers choose the paper that they do. And so papers create this personal connection with their subscribers. And so they do so through editorial means, like using editorial tools and word choice, diction. Also, they like to have a paper that's easy to read. And also, sometimes the information that's provided also has some relevance to their life. And so with that being said, no one wants to read a paper that's messy and unorganized and doesn't have language that they don't understand. They also would like to have a paper that is truthful and reliable. If a paper is not credible, most likely they're not going to read it because they're getting false information. It also helps if it's in their financial budget. Now that we have gotten those two things out of the way, identifying who the current subscribers are and what their interests are, it's now important to identify the members that we're going to try to tackle. So those are tackle a demographic outside our current subscribers. And so in order to do so, I've listed a few ways that we can track subscribers that are different from the current ones. And so that is improve marketing. So with the world going towards the viral and going towards technology, it's important to understand that we need to go with it. Use technology to our advantage. Improve Wall Street Journal advertising on the digital and mobile space. That way you can reach not only the current ones, but the potential ones in new ways where they usually get their information, which is typically on their phone or tablet. Next, adapt to the changing market. With this, what I mean is, again, with today's technology, things are going viral. So use applications, digital advertising, social media. Use this all to your advantage so you can get as many subscribers before the other companies do. This way, you have a way of tracking not only the new generation, but with the old generation shifting over to the new techniques, you also get a mix of both. Next, newspaper format. So I think this one is quite a little unique. Usually with the way that papers are organized, they're organized the way that they are. With that being said, use the paper's format to your advantage. And with that being said, use a story that's not only big, but appeals both to potential and current subscribers. So this way you attract more than one attention. And then it's also digital copy versus hard copy. So I'm not trying to say that print is dead, but I'm also trying to say that even though with hard copy trying to get and stay in contact with our old generation, it's also important to acknowledge that sometimes people don't want to read the paper on paper. Sometimes they want to read it digitally, electronically, or on their phones. It's very important to understand that sometimes having only a hard copy version is going to make it hard for new potential subscribers to be a little more lenient subscribing the paper. Next, daily briefs. So I think this is a great idea because it gives potential subscribers or current subscribers a little taste of what's going on in each section. And so it will consist of bullet point summaries of each story of that specific section, and that way it gives potential subscribers a chance to see what the paper is going to be about and potentially spark an interest to move forward to read or actually subscribe to a full version. And so you can actually offer this at a free or low cost. And it's a great way to just attach it and getting to people's attention. Next, the projected results. If we were to implement the ideas mentioned in the previous slide, we might most likely see a few little results that might come out. And so with that being said, we'll learn new and innovative ways to track potential subscribers, and that will be increase Wall Street Journal on the digital mobile space, allow access to electronic-only copies, and use dictionary word choice and other editorial tools for marketing. And those things are really important because if you use those all together, you'll also see a surge in Wall Street Journal subscriptions. Why, you may ask? Well, with a bigger digital and media appearance, you attract more potential subscribers and much more are attracted and reached. Electronic-only copies allow potential subscribers to worry less about wasting paper or wasting money on a paper they're not even going to use. And also, editorial tools help build that personal connection with readers, which is important. And lastly, it's also important to note that you'll have a well-rounded paper that doesn't take away from its originality. Thank you.